So this works. But now let's group by city. So how would I take this and group by city? Group by c.cname. And what do we know is I've got to include all of the fields unless they're aggregates, right? And so I want to make amount a sum, so I know the amount for each city, right? So that's going to give me an aggregate. And the state name, I think I want to group first by employee name because there's only one employee. And then I'm going to group by city name and then state name. And since none of those are aggregated, I've got to group by them. And at first, I think I'll take out where EID equals 1. I'm going to duplicate this first. So I'm going to just do the grouping. Does that look good? Looks good, right? I give myself 90% probability. Woo! This Thinking in Bets book is totally cool. I really like assigning probability to my decisions because it totally makes it easier when I'm not right. Like, well, I wasn't certain. You know, I had high probability, but it wasn't guaranteed. It's totally fun. So I grouped by, but what are the results on that? I grouped by E name, C name, and then state name. But I'm getting all kinds of names over here. Because why is that? Because they have to be similar records, right? Each record has to be similar. "46 rows versus 100. So does that mean we have 46 combinations of different salespeople cities? We have 10 possible cities, and we have 5 salespeople, so that could make sense, right? Is there any other Moneypenny LA? I can't find on this. Moneypenny. San Diego, LA, Phoenix, Montgomery, Benicia, Little Rock, Anchorage, Fresno, San Fran, Sacramento, right? So she's there for each of the cities. So that's about right. So we saw how much each salesperson did in each city. And if we just ask for where employee ID is equal to 1, we just get James. And there's 10 cities, and he was in all 10. Moneypenny, which was Moneypenny? Oh, you know what would be a nice way to do this? What? I like your enthusiasm in that. Order by E.EID. I have 90% probability on that one. Didn't work. Must appear in the group by clause or be used. All right, so we'll order by E name. Because we didn't have that field. That's why it didn't work. So Bond only was in 7 of the cities. Fleming was in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ian was in 5, 10. James was in 10. Moneypenny was in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's kind of cool. And you saw how much she did in every city or how much they did in each city. So there's, and now if we wanted to add in having, right? We said here it's just going to be which employee, employee ID 1, whatever that employee is. And having is going to filter our, so this is this result here. Okay, that's that result. And now we're going to do having st.st name equal to CA. So we did both where and having. And let me bring this down so you can kind of see that and see. Right? So this one here was just the where, employee ID equals 1. That's this one. So we got everything that's James. And then down here, we grouped by employee name, city name, and state name. And then we did an aggregate function sum on amount. And we said having state name equals California. Could we have also done this? I'm giving myself 75% probability on this. Right? So I moved the having to a where. So before I group, I'm pulling out anything that's not CA, which will reduce processing. I'm not giving myself high probability, 75%. Hey, it worked. Do we get the same results? Same results. Could we also do it like this? Yep, same results. Could I have done this? I give myself 10% probability that this will work.
10?
Yeah, because I don't think it's going to work. But I might be wrong, and it might work. But because we didn't ask for EID, it's going to tell me, hey, you don't have that field to do a having on. Right? Having EID equals 1. There is no EID field. Right. EID must appear in the group by clause or be used in an aggregate function. So it does not work. I'm going to copy all this code. And I'm going to put it here. So I'll have access to it. And I'll also include this at the top so you know that schema's there. I think that was a pretty fun little exercise. How many people that was helpful for you? Just to kind of work it, right? And see group by and having and where. So I'll end this video and then I'll give you your homework, and or we'll think about the next steps and take roll.